Hi there, my name is June, and welcome for joining me today for this mixed format session. Today's focus is going to be on strength and flexibility, a wonderful complementary workout that will take you through some exercises for both the upper and lower body for strength. And after each strength move, we'll move into an active flexibility section. Therefore, you'll feel really good about the ability to be able to gain some strength as well as enhance flexibility and range of motion about your joints. I should say increased range of motion about your joints. You will need a few props today. If you take notes, I have a ball here, a squishy ball, and I also have a long elastic band. In addition to that, I also have a set of light hand weights. I have micro bars. You can use dumbbells. I would say anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds would be sufficient. So also water, make sure you have that water handy because we will want to take a break to remain hydrated. If you'd like to join me to have a seat, this workout is completely seated, so you don't have to worry about getting up. We're going to be sitting here for most of the time. However, we are working on both the upper and lower body, and of course, we always want to make sure that we're focusing on that posture and alignment as well. So getting started with your feet planted on the ground right underneath your knees, sitting nice and tall, more towards the forward part of your chair. We always want to start with a warm-up. It's very important to make sure our muscles are warmed up before we begin. Let's begin with some shoulder shrugs, but before we do, take note of what you're feeling. So we're sitting tall, really tall, not slouching at all, keeping your torso and heart lifted, shoulders drop down. Now, since we're beginning with shoulder shrugs, let's focus on those shoulders. If you join me as I take my shoulders towards my ears, this is not where we want to be. So take both of your shoulders, push them down to the ground, and feel that distance that you've just created between your ears and your shoulders. Then if you pull the shoulders back a little bit, what you feel is a nice, beautiful openness right along your chest. So from here, take your shoulders up. Press them down. Take them up and down. Again, lift and lower, and again, and lift and lower. 2 more of these. You can do this, lift, shrug. Now push them down. 1 more time. Great. Now let's focus on pulling the shoulders back. Press back. Notice my palms are open. Release it. Palms open. And release. Wow, that feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to get that openness in your heart, which improves your posture so much. Now give me a little shoulder. Take a shoulder shrug, sorry. I'm in a circle. Good, awesome. Here we go. You've got 4. And 3, 2 more to go. 1 more. All right, so now sit back a little further, not too much, just a little. Rib cage slides. If you joined me before, you know I love rib cage slides. It's a great core exercise to warm up your torso. Now from here, we're going to take your left shoulder and roll it back, but start to move with it. Start to move with it. So notice how my hip comes up just a little bit. My thumbs are up, I'm just reaching back. I'm adding a little bit of rotation here. Join me as you rotate your body to your right side, to your left. Pull your left arm back, then your right arm back. And again, pull it. Nice. 1 last one. Reach. Have a seat. Well, you are seated, but just keep in the center of your seat. Let's take toes up and heels. So raise your heels, push the heels, then lift your toes. And lift. We're going to let a little change here. Take your left foot, bring it forward. Your right leg comes back. Make a switch. Make a switch. Great. Notice how you have to move your body just a little bit. Now you can do that with your hands on your chair or without. Give me 2 more. Here and here. 1 more. Nice. Then with your feet together, nice tall posture, roll your shoulders back to prepare. We're going to do a little step side to side just to kind of warm up the legs a little bit more. So we just go left tap, right tap. I'm going to add a little bit of syncopation here, slow syncopation. You'll join me when you're ready. I'm gonna do 4 and 3 and 2. Slow this down to the right side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice job. Tap. Now this time, watch my change. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Little tap with rhythm. I'm keeping my hands on the chair. You can do that as well. Last 2. One more to your right and left. Last one. Feet come to the center. Lift both of your heels off the ground. Hinge your body slightly forward. Heels on the front edge of the chair or sides of your chair. Press your heels down. Push like you're stomping a bug under your heel. 4 more. 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Nice job. Wonderful. Moving on. Let's grab your band. You want that nice long elastic band, and we're going to take that band and place it underneath your right knee. I'm going to do a little push down for the hamstring here. All right, so working your hamstrings. So sitting nice and tall, hold both ends of the band into each of your hands. Keep those elbows or your elbows very close to your body. So lift that knee, lift, pull it in, and then push all the way down. Nice, then release. So there's separate movements here. There's a lift of your arms, lift your knee, push it down, and release. And again, arms, leg, push. The emphasis is on that leg coming down. So bend and lift, push, release. Bend and lift, push, release. One more. Bend and lift, push. Nice job. Do the same thing on the other side. Same exact thing. So take that band under your left leg, elbows close to your side. Ready? We go. Bend the arms, lift the knee, push the leg, lower down, pick up your pace. Let's go. Bend, lift, lower, release. Bend, lift and lower, and release. Now when you're lowering, emphasize that push to the ground. Bend, lift, 2 more to go. Bend and lift, push and lower one more time. Great, nice job. Remove the band off your leg just for a second, place it on your lap lengthwise, then take your left heel. I want you to pull it in, place it out. Do it again. Pull your left leg in, release it out. So I'm dragging my heel along the ground and reach it out. Drag the heel along the ground, working on that hamstring. 2 more, in and release, and 1 more, pull it in and rest. Right leg, reach it out. Here we go. Pull it in, take it out. Pull it in and take it out. So we're working these past 2 exercises on your hamstrings. So we'll finish this little section with a hamstring stretch. So you reach, nice. Perfect. Take your band now. Open up your band. That's why we left it on your lap. Place the band underneath the arch of your foot, right? And from here, we're going to pull the band up to our body and then slightly bend your knee, not too much because we want to get that hamstring to stretch. We're going to hinge forward. Find your stretch. Keep your heart open. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Do that one more time. So ready? Pull the elbows into your body. Hinge forward. Keep your heart open. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice job. So this is the active stretch for your hamstrings. Right? Same thing on this side. What do we do first? We pull the elbows in. We hinge forward. We hold. 2, 3, 4, and release and let the arms go. And again, pull the elbows in, hinging forward, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Again, pull the elbows in, hinging forward, hold. You also feel a little bit of upper body movement with this, right? Or upper body strengthening, and release. One last time. Here we go. Pull, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. You can remove that band away, but now we're going to take the band around both of your legs. So since we're going to work first with both legs, it doesn't matter where we hold that band, so you can hold it on top or to the side. I always like to hold mine at the side. Grab it close. So what we're going to do is a clam. If you're holding onto the band to your right side, we'll start with your left leg. Right? Your feet remain together for the entire exercise. Just move your left leg out to the side. Notice the arch of my foot faces the ceiling, and then bring it back. This is hip rotation. So we're going out and in 8 times. 2. Sit tall. Now the other hand can come here to hold on to your chair. 4 more. You've got 4. Nice. And then 3. And then 2. Now we're going to do a little pressing. What I mean by pressing is hold here. That little press. 8, 7, 6. If you get a little tug over here, you get a little bit more resistance. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Now hold it here. Slowly bring it back. Then take your band over to the opposite side. Same thing here. We ready? Now we take the knee to the side. Arch faces you. Here we go. Or the ceiling. In and out. Out. In and out. In and out. Working the side of your hip. 4. And then 3. Then remember that pulse we did? We'll do the same thing on this side. Ready? Hold it out there. Press. You've got 8, 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Now let's switch sides again, working on the abductor muscle. So that last exercise worked the hip rotators, but also a bit of your inner thigh. This next one is for your outer thigh. So what we're going to do, hold on to the band and move a little bit over to the side more. Holding the band with a little tug. Press out and in. The whole leg goes this time. When you keep your feet together, we get more of your outer hip. This is your outer hip, but more rotation of your hip. This is more straight on abduction because you're taking the whole leg away. You've got 4, then we're going to do a little hold. 3, 2 more. 1 more. Are you ready to hold it on the out? Here we go. Hold it. You've got hold. 4, 3, 2, come back in. Hold 4, 3, 2, come back in. 2 more. Hold 4, 3, 2, come back in. 1 more. 1. Now we're going to bring that right leg in to the other side, and then let's take your band and move it to the opposite side. So we do exactly the same thing. Are you ready? Holding onto your chair if you need. Here you go. Out to your right now. Move that right leg out. 8 times. 2, 3. Halfway there. 2 more to go. 1 more to go. Now ready? Hold it out there. Hold. 1, 2, and 3. Return it. Bring it back. 1, 2. Sit up tall. Keep those abs contracted. 2 more to go. Woo! And last one coming up. Reach. Wow, that was great. Nice job. Take that band off both of your legs. Place it off to the side. Grab a drink of water. Take a quick drink. And another if you need. Now remember I said that between each exercise we do a stretch. So this was the abductors and the outer hips we worked. So take your right leg, it goes onto your left knee. Flex that ankle joint. Notice how I'm pulling the toe towards my shin. And then as I'm here, depending how flexible you are in your hip, will determine how far forward you'll be able to go. So come forward here. I can't go too far. This is a knee that I've had a knee replacement on. So you'll take note of the difference when we get to the other side, that I have much more range of motion on the other side. That's why I do all this work, because it really helps me keep the integrity of my knee. And if you don't have a knee issue, it'll help prevent those issues as well. Make sure you're pulling the toe back to your shin. You'll feel that nice stretch. And then we release and we switch legs. Take note how much easier this is for me. Flex the foot, right? This knee is my good knee. So hinging forward, we really feel that stretch on the side. Just keep your heart lifted. Avoid rounding your spine forward. That would not be a good position. You want to keep your heart lifted here. Pull those shoulders down and back and just hold. Nice. And whoo, release. It's time for some weights. So take note that my weights are under my chair. You want to make sure that those weights are put away when you're done and out of your way so that you don't trip on them, especially when you're getting up. So I'm bringing my weights out. Pull your abs in to reach down and grab your weights. We're going to start with forward shoulder raises. So let's start by gripping your weight. When you grip your weight, your fingers should wrap around the bar, and notice how my thumbs are up here. That's an option. We want our thumbs to be forward on this exercise. We're going to start with one arm at a time. So I have the weights on the side of my chair, or you can bring them to the side here in front. This feels a little bit more comfortable for me. So I'm going to raise to the ceiling, and I'm going to lower down. Raise again to the ceiling and lower down. 2 more of these. Raise to the ceiling, lower down, and 1 more. This is for your shoulders. Nice job. Now we repeat that on the right side 4 times. Lift and lower. I have about a 3-pound weight, and lift and then lower. Actually, this might be 4. Lift up and then lower 1 more. Now we'll do repetition reduction here. What does that mean? I reduced by 2. So I'm going to reach up for 2, and I did 4 on the other side. So I'm only going to do 2 on this side. You're going to join me. Raise your right arm, reach it up and down, and then we'll alternate from left to right. Are you ready? Here we go. Lift up, right, and left. Now right. Now your left. Keep going. 2 more on each side. Here's 1. 1 last one. Lovely. Nice job. I bet you felt that in your shoulders, right? So we will put the weights back under the chair and out of your way. Push them way back there. Separate your legs about hip width apart and take your left arm or left hand and place it on your right shoulder. Take your right hand, grab above the elbow joint, and pull the arm across your body just like this. Now we're going to raise it a little bit. So we raise it, that gives us the opportunity to straighten this arm out and grab the wrist and pull it across our body. The closer it comes to your body, the more you get that shoulder stretch. Now if you can drop that right shoulder, your left shoulder, hold it down, and then we release. We do that on the other side. So your right hand comes onto your right shoulder. You take your left hand right above the elbow, pull it across, and then you have the opportunity to straighten that arm out. Then grab the wrist, dropping your right shoulder, pull it across your body. That's great. Nice. We're going to come back and grab our weights. Right? So I'm going to bring them back out. I'm going to take the weights on either side of my knees with my knees and feet close together. So you place your feet side by side, your knees side by side, the weights right by the chair. So you need to be at the front edge of your chair. Roll your shoulders back, retract your shoulder blades like we did before. Hinging forward, the arms come here. Left arm first, row it up. Thumbs on top of your weight or thumb out to the side. Lift and lift, great. And lift. Now I'm going to change the grip. And when I say change the grip, I should just say change the position of your shoulder. Now let's change. Turn the palms out. So now your palms are facing forward. Take your weights to the outside of your knees, drop your shoulders, bend your elbows, pull in and down, in and down, in and down, in and down. So not so close to the body. So as you're doing this, try to keep your elbows away from the sides of your body too close. Just give a little space there. 4 more. You've got 4. And then 3, 2 more. 1 last one. Great job. Now, move your weights off to the side again. We'll come back to them in a moment. What we want to do here is a nice bicep stretch. So take your right arm, place it right around your waist, and take your left arm in front. So then extend the elbow joint out and pull your shoulder down. Feel that nice stretch? Great. Same thing on the other side. Arm is underneath. Left arm is underneath your right, and you're reaching that arm long, really opening it up to stretch out that bicep. Great. Now open up your shoulders, and then open the arms here and flex your wrists. So when you flex your wrists, that opens up that bicep muscle as much as possible. Great, you got it. All right, last one here for this section. Grab your weights again. Weights are by your side, right? And your thumbs are over the weight or on top. So we take the left elbow up and down, then the right. Now you always want to keep your body nice and tall. So as you're bending, Avoid coming like this. Just keep your body very stable. We're alternating one at a time. And again, up and down. Keep going. Now, can we try both at the same time? Let's go. Both arms bend. Both of your arms bend up and down. Now, let's try one at a time, left and right. Left first. Now you're right. Now you're left. Now you're right. Both arms, last set of 4. Here we go. Should be feeling a little heavy now. Keep that torso lifted. One more. Nice job. And come back down with the weights. Again, this time, scoot them way out of your way for now. I'm going to put them right under here. And another bicep stretch. Those thumbs go out to the side and the arms just reach back behind you to open up. It feels real good. Now, we need to also do a side bend stretch because we worked our lats before. So keep your right hip anchored as your right arm comes overhead. If this is too much range for you, just keep your hand on your shoulder and continue to bend. That's another gentle option for you. If you have that flexibility, then bring the arm up. Either way is fine. Stretch to the other side, reach up, or what's your option? Your left arm comes down to the shoulder as you bend. What we want to be careful of is not letting that hip come up. Notice how my left hip came up. You want to make sure that left hip stays anchored as you stretch over to the side. Great. Coming back to the center, walk your hands to the back of the chair. Thumbs out to the side and lift your heart. Pull those abdominal muscles in. Thumbs are out towards your side. And then release and shake it out. That was great. All right, so you're ready to do a little bit more hamstring work? Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna scoot yourself forward so the entire, or pretty, I shouldn't say the entire, about 3/4 of the back of your leg is exposed off the chair. And let's take one leg out. So one leg here, sit up nice and tall. All right, we're gonna pull in and press out. Pull in and out. And again, pull it in and then out and pull it in and press it out. Last 4. So I'm dragging the heel along the floor, creating some friction with my heel and the carpet of my floor. Maybe you have a hardwood floor, maybe you have vinyl or you have ceramic. Whichever you have, just pull back. Now take your right leg extended out. Let's do this same exact thing. Here we go. Pull it in and press it out. So I'm actually lifting the leg like I'm stepping over something before I pull it back. Here we go. Over the hill or over the rock and pull. Over your rock. Pull it in, pretending there's a rock on the floor that I'm lifting my heel over and then dragging that rod back to me, and oh my goodness, another one shows up. Last one. It's kind of like a game I play with myself. Let's do 2 on each side now. Pull it in, lift up over, lifting up, and pull it in. Other side, last one, here, and pull it in, and one more, reach. Yes, lovely. Now heels of your hands on your chair. I'm gonna ask you to put them on the sides of your chair and take your legs to about hip width apart. Breathe in, open up your heart, and as you exhale, lift your hips and come into a bridge. Nice extension here. And then let it come back down. Nice. We'll do that again. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lift your hips, press. Coming back down, we have 2 more. Roll the shoulders back. Here we go. Lift your hips and press back. 1 more. Take it again. Last one here. Great. Can you feel the back of your arms work on this? You really got some shoulder work as well as the ability to stretch the hip flexors while you are working your glutes, gluteus maximus and your hamstrings. So on this next one, we're gonna do a little tricep dip. What we're gonna do is take your hips all the way forward, right? And then lift your hips just a teeny bit. So I'm just holding, I'm gonna drop my hips and push just 4 times. Drop your hips. If you want to take one leg out to make it a little easier, you can drop, bend your elbows a little, then push. 2 more. Down. And push. 1 more time, we're almost there. Down. Push, bring the leg back, have a seat, shake those arms out, and let's do a nice tricep extension. So when I say tricep extension, tricep stretch. So let's take this arm, rather than taking it over your head, take the hand right to above the elbow joint and push it up gently. Let the back of your hand rest right on that shoulder, but don't allow that shoulder to come to your ear. Push that shoulder down. Great. And then we release, do the same thing. So we're taking this arm up, bending your elbow. Your left hand goes on the back. Let the hand touch the shoulder. Drop your shoulder and lift the elbow towards the ceiling and hold. Make sure those abdominals are pulled in because you notice how your body's leaning back slightly. You always want to keep protection of your back by pulling in your abdominal muscles. That's a good rule of thumb. Great, here we go. Legs are wide. I'm gonna move a little bit here. Ready? Left arm reaches out. Let's go. Left and the right, like a little punch and out. So still working, but more in a rhythmic fashion. A little faster. Left, right, left. Now you can take it slow if you like. What I'm trying to get you to do here is to get a little bit of torso rotation. Yes, keep going. And reach, and reach. Now let's slow it down purposely. Reach and back. Like you're punching slow. Punch. Not using a lot of force on that punch, it's just a reach. Reach and reach. And reach. Now bring your hands back to your center. We're gonna stir the pot. Stir a pot like it's Halloween. And I'm making a big brew in this pot of steaming goo, right? And I wanna stir it, and it's hard because it's so thick. Reverse your direction. You ready? Here we go. Go out to your left side. Feel the muscles having to work here. Yes. And again, 4 more. You've got 4. And then 3. It's one of my favorite exercises. And 2, 1 more. Perfect. Lovely. You probably felt all of that work here, which is great. Not to mention, we use what we call conscious resistance on the arms. Therefore, even though we didn't have weights, we were working those arms quite a bit. Bring your legs back together. Hinging forward, we're going to lift your toes. Lift. I meant hinging back. So we hinge back. Hold on to the chair. Hinge. Lift those toes. Want to work those shins a little bit. You've got 4. And then 3. And then 2. Now holding on to the chair, take those heels, hinge forward. Maybe slide your feet in a little bit more. Lift. So I'm bringing my chest towards my thighs, but not all the way, and lifting my heels in the process. Press. Nice. Now in this next move, we're going to slow the rhythm down. So what we're going to do is hinge back. Here we go. Hinge back. Lift your knee. Extend your leg and bring it back. Hinge back. Other leg. Lift the knee. Extend your leg and bring it back. And again, hinge, lift your knee, push out with your heel, and bring it back. Hinge again, going back, lifting your knee, push out, pull it in, and back a little faster. You ready? Hinge back. Hinge, press, pull, in, and hinge, press, bend, pull in. 2 more. Hinge, press, out. You can hear that change of music. We're almost done. We're gonna finish off here with some sliding jacks before we go into our cool down. So still in the same position, hands on the chair, out and in. Notice I have to hinge a little bit back to come back to take my legs out, and hinge back to bring my legs in. So back and forth 4 times, or 4 more. This is 2. So just 2 more to go. And then one last one. Come back to center, pedal your feet. Pedal. Now in this one, let's try to take the arms away. 1 arm here, 1 arm here, and pedal. Now if you need to hold on to that chair, by all means, feel free. Keep going, working with your ankles, press. Push that heel or lift it towards the ceiling, then push the heel to the ground. Don't forget that second part, it's a lift and it's a push. Lift and a push. Push your heel and lift your heel and push your heel and lift. 4 more. 4. And then 3. 2 more. One last one. Release. Take a deep breath. That's a lot of work. Grab your water and let's take a sip. Take another sip. Here we go. And one more, deep breath in. Let it out, right? One more sip. I don't know about you, but I really get warm when I work out. And that's a good thing, because when you feel that heat, that means your body's working and you're burning calories. That's a good thing. I'm gonna ask you to slide over to the right side of your chair and take your right leg, bend it behind you. Your left foot or left leg is supported on the chair here. And what we want to do here is work through that hip flexor. So drop your right knee towards the ground and then sit tall. Then take the hand to your shoulder and then lean back and squeeze your glute, your gluteus maximus. Hold that. Find that nice stretch and then hold. Then bring the foot forward a little bit and take the other leg in front. Move into a nice hamstring stretch by just leaning and hinging forward and reach that arm down. Nice. And come back up, stretch again, and then come back down. Great. Of course, we need to do this on the other side. So bring your right leg in, take yourself carefully over while sliding across your chair. Left leg goes down, and again, just like we did before, your left hand on your shoulder, you're going to contract or squeeze your gluteus maximus and raise your elbow. Find a nice stretch in the front. Then we release and we hinge forward and reach forward here. Yes. And then one more time, stretch back. Nice hip flexor stretch, nice hamstring stretch. Coming back to the center, wide stance. Let's get a nice hip stretch in. Elbows on your thighs, keep your torso lifted, pull those abs in, and just find that stretch through the widening of your legs, and then push yourself back up. Nice. Bring your legs together, roll your shoulders back. Nice shoulder roll. Should feel good here. 4 more on each side. 2 more. Last one. Great job. Now sitting a little bit more back in your chair, a little wider stance. Sit tall, tall. Take a deep breath. Keep the torso very much in line in a nice tall posture while you take an inhale, and as you exhale, roll your tailbone slightly back and under, just a little. That gets you to stretch your lower back, but everything from your rib cage and up stays tall, and then come back. It's kind of like you're rolling your tailbone beneath you. Let's try that again. Roll back. That actually feels really good, doesn't it? And then one more. Roll it back. And then come back to that tall posture. Left ear to your left shoulder. Come back up, right ear to your right shoulder. Come back, left ear to your left shoulder. Then right ear to your right shoulder. And relax, roll the shoulders back. Breath in through your nose. Exhale. Another breath in. Exhale. You should be feeling your heart rate come down a little bit. Didn't get up super high. This wasn't cardio, but we did some strength work that takes some effort and sometimes pumps that heart rate up just a little bit. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, but we want to make sure we bring everything down to where it should be so that we're back and ready to go on with the rest of our day. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I thoroughly enjoy moving with you and letting you know why we do the things that we do, because it's so important as we get older and age well to keep our bodies healthy. So thank you for committing to yourself today and doing that for you. You gave yourself a gift today. 30 minutes of movement is just a wonderful thing for you to do to make you stay strong and healthy. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to moving with you next time. You have a wonderful day.